Yeah, how are you, Brooke? I am Michael Buckoff, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for the TOEFL online course, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And you just made some comments at my website, so I'm going to take a look at them now. You said, I don't sure now. I'm going to go ahead and make some corrections here. I would say I am not sure which program I should take. I would use present perfect here. I have never taken a TOEFL, probably here the way you're using it, probably have to say exam. I have never taken a TOEFL exam before, but I got 22 for reading and 25 for listening. I would say here on Barron's pretest. I can't take the TOEFL right now because it's very expensive. I agree it is. I just want to make sure. I would put here present. I get a grade score when I take it. I want to get over 100. I'm willing here. I would say to study 2 hours a day. I can devote. I would just say I can devote 4 hours. No, I can devote 4 months to preparing. So 2 hours a day. All right. I'm going to recommend if you go over to my website and you go to the study guides, based on your situation, I'm going to make a recommendation of my 90-day TOEFL study guide for you. So you want to click on this one. And I think this is probably going to be the right one for you. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Based on some of the problems I'm seeing in your writing, it's going to be tough to get 100. 100 is a very, very high score. That means that you can use English pretty much like your own language. And right now, at least based on the comments you made in my site, I'm not seeing that. So it may take you longer than 4 months for you to reach your goal. But the 90-day TOEFL study guide, I think, is the most appropriate one for you. And this particular study guide has a very big emphasis on vocabulary. I think that's going to be beneficial for you based on your current goals, based on what you want to do. Now, I know that you said that you have, I think, 2 hours a day. I can devote 4 months to preparing. Here's my recommendations right now. So I'm going to recommend, based on your situation, there's probably 3 things you want to be doing right now. And 2 of these do not involve my online course at all, but these 2 suggestions are going to be very helpful for you in terms of improving your academic English language proficiency. All right, you might want to write these down. Number 1, you want to spend about 45 to 60 minutes every day, or whenever you can set time to read. You want to read magazines, newspapers, and longer books. Number 2, set aside about 45 to 60 minutes every day practicing with listening materials. And I have a feeling that maybe the Barron's book you're using, your TOEFL score is probably not as high as you think it is. All right, so anyway, listen to news, science, documentary, and history programs. I think this is also good. Now, as you're practicing the reading and the listening, remember, you're choosing these materials. They do not come from Barron's TOEFL book. They don't come from my online TOEFL course, but you're watching TV programs, you're reading newspapers, you're doing this kind of thing. This is very important because it gives you a lot of English in a lot of different areas. Trust me, it will help you to think better in English. You'll perform better if you do these things. Now, get in the habit of note-taking. You want to focus on the main and the most important supporting points of those reading and listening passages. Get it in note form. Now, once you've done that, you can use your notes to write a 250-word summary of the reading and the listening passages. You can also use your notes to orally summarize this information. And this is going to help you with your integrated speaking and integrated writing proficiencies. And you're also, of course, focusing on improving your note-taking abilities, which is very important for the TOEFL IBT and for your academic success. It'll also help you in your reading and your listening areas. Okay, now the third thing is to start going through the lessons in my 90-day TOEFL study guide. Like I said, if you only have 2 hours a day, you can probably spend 1 hour at my online TOEFL course each day. Then you can also spend an hour doing the reading and the listening practice suggestions that I just said in this video. And more than likely, I'm guessing you're probably looking at more than 4 months for you to reach your goal. And I can't be certain, but I can tell you this, is after about maybe 4 months of going through my suggestions, you can take a full-length IBT practice test directly at my website. It is an additional cost, but it's not too expensive compared to the TOEFL IBT. But you can take one of my IBT practice tests. It takes 4.5 hours, and it will give you an accurate score. So then you can make a decision. You can say, okay, how prepared am I for the IBT TOEFL exam? So after 4 months, if you take the TOEFL and then you get 75 or 80, that just means that you have to spend more time following my suggestions, more time going through my online TOEFL course. If you're patient, if you're consistent, if you follow my plan, you will be able to reach your goal eventually, but it does take time to improve those academic English language proficiencies. Alrighty. Anyway, thank you very much for your comments. And Brooke, good luck to you. Remember, if you have any questions after joining my course, most students, they'll just send me an email, and I will answer your questions in about 24 hours of your having submitted them. All right? Thank you.